Hello Pisgah family, this is your weekly update for November the 29th, 2020. I hope this video finds you well, and these are the weekly announcements. First of all, this is a communion week, so come on by and pick up your communion packets if you don't already have them. And while you're here, it's time to get your family's Advent bag. You may remember the little boxes that were made for the summer. Well, now we have them to help you celebrate Advent. And folks, this isn't just for little kids. It's a great way for us to prepare our hearts, our minds, and our spirits for the coming of the King. And not just the coming at Christmas, but the coming again. You'll be making an Advent wreath. In those, there are daily devotions for you to have. And you may recall from yesterday's sermon that in addition to doing daily devotions, we're also asking everybody to have a calendar of kindness. Now, that's not in the Advent bag, but all you got to remember is just do something nice for someone every day during Advent. Hopefully, it'll start a habit and you'll continue doing it on after that. This Sunday, we have our children's Christmas play practice at 1 o'clock. It's going to be virtual this year, but they're still needing to get together to do some recording of the singing and things like that. And that Christmas play will be shown on Sunday, December the 13th during the worship service. You may remember that every year we have sort of a Kids Sunday during Advent. That will be that Sunday on December the 13th. And so please make sure that you tune in or volunteer and show up on December the 13th at 10 o'clock. Also this Sunday evening is youth at 5:30, and there's going to be a special guest presenter, so you're not going to want to miss that. I promise you it's going to be a great time. You really want to be there. It's at 5:30 this Sunday. Don't miss it. Unfortunately, book club for December has been postponed until January due to COVID. Not just the threat of COVID, but actual COVID within families. And so if you're involved in the book club, just know that the book that you just finished reading, you'll be talking about in January. Next, I want to share with you, as many of you are probably aware, that we have recently lost our director and assistant director of the Pisgah Child Development Ministries. Both have been called to different places, and we celebrate with them, and we'll miss them, and we'll also get to see them from time to time as they've all volunteered to be volunteers in the future. But in the meantime, as we prayerfully and carefully decide who God is calling to take their places, wanted to share with you again that Deacon Deborah and Teresa Cartner are going to be working as the interim directors down there. That means that some of Deacon Deborah's current responsibilities as director of family ministries will fall on the staff, as well as falling on some volunteers. So you may be called on to help, but in the meantime, we ask for your prayers as so many of us step up to try to cover her so that she can cover down there and do this very important ministry. Of course, none of us are going to be able to do it as well as she can, and we look forward to having her back soon. But in the meantime, we ask for your patience, your prayers, and your help. Now, finally, I want to share with you Christmas Eve worship opportunities. Of course, with COVID, like everything else, it's going to be a little bit different this year. We are going to have a 4 o'clock in-person service. Now, we're opening the sign up for that now. And so it, of course, will be first come, first serve. Like all of our worship services, it is limited to 50 people. So if you plan to come, go ahead and sign up now. But if you don't feel safe or that time doesn't work for you, we are in the process of creating an online at-home worship experience. It'll be a Christmas Eve service like none you've ever experienced. First of all, we'll make it go live in the morning, and so you can set up a time that day to gather your family together. We're encouraging you to make a place at home that will be worshipful, where you can gather with your family, maybe before your family meal, after your family meal. You can do it on Christmas Eve, you can do it on Christmas Day, but together you can have a family Christmas worship service. And so it's not going to be like the regular services. Not only are we not going to all be together for it, but also because we're doing it virtually, there's going to be a lot of special things that we're able to bring in that we can't usually bring in person. So you're not going to want to miss that. But those are going to be your two worship opportunities: 4 o'clock in person and then online family style worship. That's a great way to celebrate the coming of our Lord. I hope we see each other again very soon, my friends. Until then, may God bless you all.